Hi, this is Rick. I'm here in my studio, and you're visiting my YouTube channel, Rick Surowicz Watercolor. Once again this year, I decided to put together a series of holiday card videos that you can share with your friends and family. I post all the content on the project page of my website. If you go there, you'll find the links for the videos, links for the templates that I use for the cards, and reference photos of the cards themselves. And they're all 5 by 7 inches, and you can put those on a blank greeting card stock or just on regular watercolor paper, whatever you choose. But I hope you enjoy watching this series and enjoy painting them and sharing with your friends and family. Hi, this is Rick. I'm in the studio, and this is a Christmas card we're ready to begin to work on. So this is a template that I'm using. It's a very simple farm scene with some trees in the distance on the horizon, and I'm going to make it a snowy day. So I've already transferred that to my watercolor paper. It's 5 by 7 inch template, and I'm just going to splatter some masking fluid from a jar using a toothbrush. I'm going to scrape some of the excess off, and then I'm just going to splatter this across my page, and then I'm also going to tap it. This will give me a larger pattern, a larger droplet by tapping it. And so there's quite a bit on there. I actually want to get a couple larger droplets, so I'm going to put a little more in there and hit a couple. All right, so that makes them feel like they're closer. And that's it. All I'm going to do now is let that air dry, and I'll be ready to paint. All right, so my masking fluid is dry now, and I'm going to go ahead and begin to paint. I'm going to start by painting the trees. So I'm going to take a little bit of sap green, and I'll take some, this is royal blue. It's the color I use sometimes to make my mixtures a little cooler or a little darker. So it's kind of a blue-green that I have there. I'm going to add just a little bit of alizarin crimson just to gray that down a little bit. And so I'm going to go ahead and paint these trees. I'm going to go a little darker on the side. You know, I don't want to get too fussy. I'm just going to coat the shape. You know, I've tried to design these so they're fairly simple subjects to paint here. They're not too complex. Add a little bit of water, thin that out. Some more sap green. So that's a little lighter on this side. Now I'm going to go with a cooler mixture. These trees on these cards are a bit more stylized than what I would normally paint them in a landscape, but to me it's what you want for just a simple little Christmas cards or little Christmas paintings. And now I'm going to paint this tree here. Just using a little 4 round brush. Make sure you keep enough moisture in your brush so you get good coverage on your paper, whether you're using watercolor paper or watercolor greeting card stock. Don't want to see all kinds of brush marks in that. So now I'm going to take a little alizarin crimson, pretty red, and I'm going to add just a little ultramarine blue to that. And maybe even a little raw sienna. I'm just going to paint this. Little barn. There's a door or something here that I put in. I'm just going to use some line to describe that. I'm not opening that door or anything. Got a little bit of the barn sticking through on this side. So now I've painted my barn, and really that's right now I'm going to just give this I'm going to take a little touch of some of this blue and go underneath the roof there. And now I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to paint the sky wash in. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this green. I don't really need it. And now I'm going to take, this is a number 8 round brush, and I'm going to take this is royal blue, it's a color I use a lot, pretty dark color. I'm going to add a little of this alizarin into that, not too much, it's a pretty thin mixture. Actually, I'm going to grab a little bit more. Just deepen this, leaning towards a violet, but not quite a violet. So I want this to be a nice dark color, and I'm going to begin putting my wash in here. Add some water to that. So I'm going to bring down a wash, paint around the tree that I painted. Not a big deal if I touch a little bit of that edge. Could get a smaller brush, but I'm not too concerned with that. It puts almost a little shadow on that. And I don't want that on my snow there. Get rid of that. So bring down this blue tone around the barn. Go around the rooftop and around the green, the silo. You go a little darker here, just a little bit. Okay. And I have the texture that I'm painting over top of created by the masking fluid that I splattered, so it gives you a little bit of a bumpy surface at times. Some water to this, and just start to thin it out a little light and get it a little lighter. As I come over here, I'm going to be a little darker on the snow, so I'm just going to get a little lighter in the sky to contrast that. Really not much difference from what I had over there, I guess. And if I wanted to go darker, I could still put in a little bit of a dark color right now, but I don't really feel the need to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bigger wash brush, take some of this, again, pretty good load of water, and I'm not going to come up to that edge, I'm just going to come close to it. And I actually did hit that, but okay. Just painting some of these shadow, kind of a shadow feeling. Add a little of that violet. I'm going to take some moisture. I want to get that to break a little broken edge, so it creates some texture in there. And then I'm just going to bring this along the bottom. You don't want to get too fussy with it, over brushing it. So right now I'm going to dry that, and I'll put a few details on this, and I'm going to get the moisture that's around the edge so I don't blow it in there with the hairdryer. So let me give this a quick dry. So that's dry, and I'm going to take a little of this blue, add some water, just take a little round brush. I'm going to add just a little bit of shadow on that, the grain elevator, or the silo, and shadow on where the snow is on the roof, just to kind of make it a little more interesting, just a pure white. And I'm going to take just a little of my green with this blue, just paint a little more of a, actually I want to get some red. That's a little too raw for me. Just paint a little bit of a change in value on that tree. I'm going to soften it with some water. create some gradation. And I could go a little darker here. And now I'm gonna just take a little bit of a darker blue, my royal blue, just to add a little line to this. Great, define some edges. Really not too much. Now let me dry this, and I'll take off the masking fluid next. I've dried it. Now I'm going to take, this is a pickup eraser. You can use to pick up the masking fluid, or you can just rub it with your fingers. That'll do the job on these little cards. So just rub that off. That gives the appearance of a snowy day. And just put a little frame around it, so you can frame it as a little holiday painting. You can give them away as gifts, or if you want, you can do these on greeting cards, and or convert these into greeting cards. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Happy holidays.